we have a guest today that we're very excited about having on the show. We have Scott Badesch, who is Autism Society President and Chief Operating Officer. Scott, welcome to Let's Talk Autism with Shannon and Nancy.
Thank you. Welcome to you, and I'm delighted to be on the show.
Scott, like so many of us in this field of autism, you had a personal reason for this career path, like Shannon, who has a son with autism, and myself with a son with autism. Can you tell us about your personal journey with your family and with autism?
Sure. I have four. My wife and I have four wonderful children, and our oldest son, Evan, was diagnosed with autism when he was 11 years old. And that began our journey with autism. Quite frankly, at that time, this was back in the early 1990s, he's 25 years old now, there was not a lot to know about autism. It was hard to find information on the internet. Schools were not really at all responsive to individuals with autism, at least in the school district we had. So it was a journey, and what led me to this job was that I realized a lot of the obstacles put in my life and my wife's life path to help our son Evan, as well as his path, were unnecessary. And how do we help get those obstacles out of the way so people could really move forward and succeed? So that's kind of led me here.
Well, so thrilled to have you here. I mean, it's one of those things that we always talk about. This is the club that nobody picked to belong to, but the more time I spend in this club, I realize that the people in the club are some of the most amazing people on the face of the earth. So I'm proud to be in the same club with the both of you.
Well, and it sounds like, Scott, that really, when we talk about pioneers in this field, you really had to deal with some obstacles that today, thank goodness, because of parents like you and advocates like you, other families are having a better chance at proper care and treatment. Was your son, as he grew up, was he put in a special ed class? I suppose there was no mainstreaming at that point.
Well, it's interesting. One is I appreciate the comment of pioneering, but one of the interesting things about the Autism Society is we were established 46 years ago, and the people who established us are the real pioneers. They were dealing with realities of schools legally being able to say we don't want your child in our school, and those are the ones who opened the doors for us. And I do think all of us as parents and those who have autism are helping the journeys ahead for the people in the future. With our son, he's rather high functioning, so he has always been mainstream. He's actually in college right now, finishing his second year.
Oh, congratulations. Yeah, I was going to say, a diagnosis at 11, I mean, that's quite a long time before you get a diagnosis.
Well, and it was interesting because we knew there was something that we had to look for with our son. And we probably had every diagnosis in the world but autism. And it wasn't really until my father-in-law was a social psychologist, called me up and said, there's this thing called Asperger's syndrome, which I had never heard of at the time. And, I looked into my computer, and that was the time when it took like 20 minutes to pull up a website. And one of the stuff, does your child have A, B, C, and D? And I said, that's it. And we actually had him diagnosed by an individual who had Asperger, who was a psychologist, which was really a blessing for my wife and my son and himself, because you saw that even though Evan was diagnosed with Asperger, that he could do what needed to be done as far as what he wanted in life, and that really showed us a very good positive role model to begin the journey.
I'm curious, what is he studying in college? What does he want to do?
What's today?
That's a typical college student. That's right on target.
Well, he's into history very much, and he loves science and microbiology, but I think he's going through the process of deciding what he wants to do. But his interests are in history. He actually liked theater for a while, which was interesting because he, as he said, he enjoyed pretending he was someone he's not. Which I guess is what actors like to do.
Yes.
But I would put my money on history.
There you go.
Good.